Hi, I'm Pete, and this is a Champions Cube Store unboxing. Now, I have a whole bunch of puzzles in the back there, and I'll explain that as we get started here. Now, this only took, this order only took 7 days to get here, and in fact, I think the courier, I just missed the courier yesterday, so it might have even been 6 days. Okay. So here's what I got, one box of puzzles. Now what I was going for, let me just kind of show you what I got here. What I was going for was a couple of more of the Bermuda Megaminx from DaYan series. I have the Mercury, the Jupiter, love those puzzles, and so I ordered a couple of more. But of course I can't just order 2 puzzles all the way from Champions, so I got some more box fillers and some cool stuff, and it's all related to what you see laid out here. I got all my shape mods laid out, and I got all my sticker mods laid out there as well. Okay, hopefully that'll be enough to get in the box. Now, when I checked out, I was ordering 2 additional puzzles here from the set, and what I was ordering was Mars and Neptune from the Bermuda Megaminx series. And after I checked out, I kind of noticed a little note basically on the order that said they were out of stock of one of them. It didn't actually say out of stock, it was a code, but then suddenly my order shipped. I thought they were just going to get to me, contact me, but then my order shipped. So I have no idea. Maybe they found some, maybe they had some, maybe I don't know. We'll see what this is all about. So, here we go. Alright, and there's the box, all nicely packed. Oh, this is great. So I got the two Bermuda Minxes. Now we got Neptune, so that's good. That's one that was supposed to be in stock. And this one, which they listed as out of stock, is supposed to be Mars, and look at that. I got Mars. It's right there. Awesome stuff. Okay, so, and then we have this little one right here. I'll show you that. And then we have his bag of parts here. Pretty happy with that. Empty bag. And kind of, let's see what we got. Got some stickers. Got a box for a puzzle. And otherwise an empty box. Okay, let's see what I got here. Whoa. Okay, that didn't go well. All right, I'll just put the BermudaMinx aside for a moment. We'll take a look at these other puzzles. All right, so what I have here is a Trajbers Octahedron. Now this is interesting packaging. This is retail packaging. QJ Toys, it says, and you can actually see if you can. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that. There's Chinese writing right there. But it's low contrast. Oh, okay, I think this will be, it probably just says QJ Toys, maybe, if anyone wants to see what that might say. So there it is. So it just doesn't really say a whole bunch that I can read. Oh, look at that. Well, this is kind of cool. There's actually a website. I didn't even know. Life is like QJ Magic Cube, and then they give an actual URL there. So that'll be kind of cool. So the reason I put out all my shape mods is that I love shape mods. What can I say? They're one of my favorite types of puzzles, and I can't get enough shape mods. And so as I was looking around for other puzzles to include with my 2 Bermuda Minx, I just found a shape mod, that I would get. So this doesn't really give an age, so maybe it does, but I didn't see it. So it's kind of nice to get that retail packaging. Oop, okay. It's funny, it's a little smaller than I expected. But I guess, it's hard to know when you're seeing it on the website. I actually like the smaller puzzles. Okay, and there we go. Boxes. So this would be a Trajber Octahedron. The name is spelled, I guess it's a Hungarian name, so it's spelled a little differently than the sounds would indicate. So there you go. All right, turning's a little stiff, but we'll get that sorted out. So there you go. Trajbers Octahedron, just a shape mod, and so I can add that to my set. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on this, but I think it's fine. Sticker's looking a little on the rough side. It's funny because it was in a really nice retail box, but you can sort of see that the stickers have been around the block a few times, I guess. I don't know. All right, well, maybe they put the new person on the. I guess it's going to be a new girl, because yeah, that's not one of mine. Well, maybe it could be a guy. All right, anyway, yeah, this is me. So yeah, I think it'll be fine, and it's going to be fun to solve this. So I'll put this with my shape mods, my growing pile of shape mods. I really love shape mods, so that's cool. All right, what is this thing? Well, look at that. This is a DaYan 5, which would be the Zhanchi. I really like the Zhanchi, and it's a do-it-yourself kit. I don't know if this one has torpedoes or not. Yeah, it does. It has torpedoes in it. So, why do I need another 3x3? Well, it's because I certainly don't need another 3x3 box. It's because of this stuff here. See, I'm doing a lot of sticker mods, and I'm sort of slowly cranking through my cubes. I did the Sudoku cube. I did the calendar cubes. That was an old Rubik's right there. I restickered my Rubik's Void, which is kind of nice. I like that. And then this is the Ultimate 3x3 from Oliver's. I really like this, and this was, I think this was a Guha. I'm not real sure, but there you go. So I always need to have a few extra 3x3s around. I work with kids. I like to bring puzzles into the classrooms and let them try them. And I think the Zhanchi, because it's a little harder to pop, might be a good one to use, and then that'll free up some of my other puzzles to do the sticker mods. Here's my sticker mod that I'm going to do. This is from Oliver's. This is a 2-solution 3x3 cube where it's got your colors, plus you have the names of the colors, which I think will be a really cool thing to try and solve. So I'm not going to put those stickers on this puzzle. I will just take one of my other puzzles, and I'll just use this as a regular 3x3. So this is what I was going for. Another 2 members of the BermudaMinx planets. There are 8 puzzles in the series, and I had Jupiter and Mercury. You know, I didn't know what to expect. There wasn't a lot of information about them, but they are really fun. Basically, they're Megaminx, but they have special faces. There's the I call it the trapezoid. Four sides, looks a little bit like a trapezoid. I call this the rhombus or the diamond. Looks a little bit like a diamond, obviously, or a rhombus. It has a curvy cuts, but we can't. They're both 4-sided, so you can't call them quadrilaterals. But what these faces do is that they cause bandaging. So for example, if I want to turn this yellow face here, I can't just turn it because there are other faces blocking it. If I want to turn it, I have to turn the adjacent faces to free it up. You see how that works? So you can imagine a situation where if you are getting to the end of the solve and you want to free up 3 faces, you're going to have one heck of a bunch of setups there. But the nice thing about these is that they're very easy to, it's very easy to undo the setup moves. Once you sort of get the idea, and you know, you go and you do your setup move, and you turn the face you were trying to turn, then getting it back is actually pretty straightforward, because you just basically follow, join the pieces as you go along, you see. So I really enjoyed solving these 2. Now some members of the BermudaMinx family will be easier than others. The easier ones will have just one special face of each type. So just one rhombus and one trapezoid. And depending on where they are on the puzzle, it's you know, it's a challenge. But then some of them have a lot of special faces. For example, Mercury here has, on the white side, it has 4 special faces, 2 of each type. But the cool thing is it has all regular faces on the other side. Amazingly, this is one of the more challenging ones. Okay, Jupiter kind of has a bit of a mix. It has 1 special face here, and then it has a couple more on the other side. I guess 3 more on the other side. So they're a lot of fun, and you know, I think it's worth getting them. Now we did look into making these by taking the puzzles apart. It's really challenging to do that, and possible to make a couple of them, but it would only be 2, and it's 2 of the easier ones. So I just didn't think it was worth going to all the trouble. You'd have to take 3 puzzles apart to make one. Okay, well, the moment of truth here. Let me take a look at the Neptune. I picked Neptune because I think it's supposed to be one of the harder ones. This writing on the side doesn't mean a lot because they've repurposed their Crazy Megaminx box. This is not a Crazy Megaminx. This is a BermudaMinx. BermudaMinx. So it's more similar to the DaYan Bermuda cubes. Alright, the thing I like about getting these from Champions is that they're stickered when you get them, whereas from other places they're not stickered. So here's Neptune, and I'll be able to play with this straight away. I just love it. They gave me an extra logo here. This is exactly the same as the other 2. So now I have 4 members of this family. There are 8. A couple, because they only have 1 a special face, a couple of them, they don't hold a lot of interest for me, but yeah, I might get them. I don't know. We'll see. Well, this one turns, it turns just a little easier than the other one. It must be a little looser. I haven't bothered adjusting the other ones. It would be possible. It's just a regular Megaminx system. So what do we have here with Neptune? Well, we have the white face, which is a regular face, and then we have 1 rhombus, 1 trapezoid on this side, so that's 2 special faces here, and then we're going to flip it over to the other side, and we have another 2 special faces. And so this is the free face, the gray on one side and the white on the other side, and then between them on each pole they have these special faces. So that's going to be different from the other ones, and it's going to be an interesting challenge. I understand that this one is quite challenging. Everything on these puzzles is Megaminx algorithms. You do the setup moves, and that's it. There we go. And there we go. There's the Mars. So I'm really pleased, because I was a little worried about not getting the ones I'd ordered, and but I guess I should have known Champions would have contacted me if there was an issue. So there's Mars, and again we have the top, the white turns freely, and around the top for Mars we have 1 special face, and then we have another special face. So that'll be cool. And then flipping it over, again we have the same 2 special faces. It's very similar to Neptune, except the location, the relative position, because I can see here I got this one and this one. So that's going to make it maybe a little more complicated than this, where this special face is adjacent to regular faces. So it's going to be kind of neat to solve these. Now so far, okay, so this one turns. There's a couple of them I think that have special faces on the white, and I'm looking forward to trying those too. Well, there you go. I now have 4 members of the 8 planets. Now, one thing I've talked about it being regular Megaminx algorithms, and that's true, except if you end up with the logo misoriented when you're done, then it just takes, you need to use a super Megaminx to twist one of the white face, and that's quite easy to do. And what I'm kind of noticing is that this one came with the face kind of turned, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that. Okay, so all I did was I just pulled that piece off, and they should all point to the green. That's the way they show them anyway. And so there we go. Alright, I'm very happy with those. Well, I've got a lot of assembly to do, some stickering to do, and I have 2 brand new BermudaMinx puzzles to play with. So that's it for my unboxing from Champions. And as always, I appreciate you watching my videos and your comments. And yeah, so until next time, thanks for watching.